Oh, Fernando Alonso! Is he going to make the corner? We waited for him to exit the Tamburello, and my word, the man who crashed in FP3 very nearly did the same thing again. We're on board with him into the first chicane.
Yeah, commits to the apex, runs out of road, and then does that double run through the gravel. A lot of great work from the mechanics to get it rebuilt after the free practice crash. Let's see if he can reset and go again.
What can Bottas do? He goes up to 14th. So Ricciardo in the drop zone. Joe has completed his lap. Magnussen's in there. Alonso's in the pits. Hulkenberg last at the moment, but goes first. How many times do you see that? Last to first challenge completed. Hulkenberg top of the pile. Hearing that Magnussen got held up on his push lap, he's returned to the pits. The Haas party lasted for a couple of minutes. Verstappen restores the order. That's a huge lap in the context of this season for Daniel Ricciardo. The Australian driver delivers when he needed to. Here's his teammate in 10th place, but Ricciardo was 4th on the grid for a sprint race in Miami. 7th, now 8th in the order because his teammate just has a feel around here. Yuki Tsunoda, P3.
This is Magnussen getting traffic.
I can't believe this, man. It's unreal. Unreal.
We have Bottas, Sargent, Joe, Magnussen and Alonso at the bottom of the pile. He crashed in FP3, he was off in Q1 and he's out in Q1 for the first time this season. Daniel Ricciardo, personal best, Sector 1, Sector 2. How does he stack up against Sergio Perez? He eliminates, for the moment, the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, Perez has gone across the line and will have this one lap. Looking ahead, he's just coming up to the Tosa corner, so we're going to get to see where his first sector is. It's not an improvement, 23.9, so he's dropped a bit of time, Perez.
They've sent him out late, and he's got to do something in the last two sectors. Sainz makes sure that he's safe, so it is Perez versus Ricciardo, and Checo's got a lot of work to do.
Perez in the drop zone as it stands at the moment. Ocon, he's done. So is Stroll, so is Albon, and so is Gasly. But this is real fine margin stuff. Risk versus reward now for the Mexican driver, trying to displace Daniel Ricciardo. You've got Yuki Tsunoda up there in P2. Will it be the senior team? Will it be Red Bull? Verstappen improves to the top of the pile. Perez is trying to book his place into the final part of qualifying once again, and it will be a nervous wait to the checkered flag for Sergio Perez, who improves his time but not his position, and Perez falls at the second hurdle. We told you there might be a big name out in Q2, and that name is Sergio Perez.
What a mess.
First time this year that Perez will not make the top 10 shootout. He's out along with Ocon, Stroll, Albon and Pierre Gasly. Verstappen to the line. What's the time on the board for everyone to beat? It's a 1:14.8.
Yeah, he looked like he was right on the edge of that front axle through this Tour de Vatsas. Norris doesn't quite manage to pip him, but he's close enough.
He's within a tenth of a second. Norris got within 700ths of a second. Faster in Sector 2, faster in Sector 3, but it's that first sector, as Jolien told you, the best of the weekend so far that has taken Verstappen to provisional pole at the moment. Here is the second McLaren, Piastri, Sector 1, Sector 2, not on terms of Verstappen or Norris, but good enough to go ahead of Tsunoda.
Fastest in that last sector, and you see how he was able to get on the curb at both of the Riazzas. That's where the Red Bull is struggling a little bit. It's just almost as if they're running out of front tyre towards the end of the lap.
Sainz goes into 4th position on his first run. What can Charles Leclerc do? Top on Friday practice day. He goes to 3rd ahead of Oscar Piastri. It's Verstappen, Norris and Leclerc after the first push runs. And it's still wide open there. Leclerc, Norris and Verstappen separated by a 1/10 and a half. Where does Carlos Sainz go across the line? He does not improve his position, only his time. Charles Leclerc, fastest middle sector. The second Ferrari comes over the line, and he too improves his time but stays in 3rd. Max Verstappen finds himself now attacking the racetrack. He's just ahead of Lando Norris on the circuit. He's gone through Aqua Minerale with the fastest first sector of anyone so far, and he's improving on his own benchmark by a 1/10 and a half.
Yeah, and gets him still through the top chicane, 2 corners and 1 big braking zone.
Well, we talked about the Ferraris, we talked about the McLarens, but there has only been one driver at the head of the field in Formula 1 2024 when it comes to qualifying. And Max Verstappen takes it further away. It will need something mighty from Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri. Oh, he got close, did Lando Norris. 900ths of a second close. But now, Oscar Piastri looking to give it everything in the final few meters. Can he get on terms with his teammate as he comes across the line? He can! Oscar Piastri jumps to the front row with his last lap. He got within 700ths. McLaren got close, but not close enough. And it's 8 pole positions in a row in Formula 1 for only the 2nd time in championship history. Ayrton Senna did it first. Max Verstappen did it second.
And that is a hard-earned pole position this weekend, Max. Enjoy it. Fantastic.
Wow, let's go. Wow, that's definitely a really good pole position. Wow, what a difficult start, but we turned it around. Thank you, everyone. That's fantastic. Really happy.
We wondered who it might be at the front. Ferrari could not get that first sector to work. It took them out of contention, even though they looked good in the 2nd and the 3rd. Piastri, Norris, close, within a 10th of a second, but once again, for the 39th time in his Formula 1 career, it's Verstappen on pole position.